reach Empty Skies Daily Reading channel, and we are still in this Jupiter energy. In the high frequency today is Uranus, Neptune. Medium frequency is Mars. Low frequency Pluto. And the overall for Pisces today is Mercury. So let's see what Mercury is talking about for overall energy today. And so you talk about Mercury, you're talking about your Gemini, Virgo houses, right? And you know, I don't know what it is with me in the Virgo house, but anyway, services, occupation, employers, pay attention to illnesses, pay attention to your foods, pay attention to your small animals, pay attention to your mentality and how you express yourself today. Pisces, who's dominant with Mercury, pay attention to that. And so that's your earth air energies right there. And so it says magic and beauty. All right, Pisces. So pay attention to that. I did a reading yesterday, but it was separate from this that was discussing this. So some Pisces who may be experiencing some things, maybe communicating, talking about how people look, or maybe getting talked about in a spiritual realm. Beauty is being affected, tampered with. Pay attention to how you think, how you feel, the people that you work with, the occupation, your area. Pay attention to that. This is spiritual. All right, so let's see what Jupiter is talking about. So Jupiter is also a discussion of faith, religion, beliefs, creativity, wealth, right? Communication, also. And the fire aspect. 9th house. So let's see. To the sea. Pay attention to the sea. Pay attention to salt waters. Maintain your salt in your body properly. People who deal with certain systems that deal with the energies in the ocean. Pay attention to that in spirituality and belief in religion. Pisces. Be in balance. Be fair. Spend some time at the ocean. Alrighty, so let's look and see what's going on with Uranus and Neptune, and that's that Uranus and Neptune is Aquarius and Pisces energy. So let's see what gets revealed, because that's the mystic, that's the secrets, that's the one who has hidden knowledge and information concerning certain things. So let's see what's going on in this higher frequency. Alright, so you got this King of Wands energy that comes through. You also have the Hermit energy that comes through, and you also have the Ten of Cups energy that comes through. So let's get this clear. The Hermit, the King of Wands, and the Hermit is facing towards this towards the past energies. This is a masculine energy, Pisces. The Hermit, the King of Wands speaks of fire energy, Aries energy. The Hermit speaks of Virgo energy, and then you have the Ten of Cups, which I believe, let me get the thing in my notes. The Ten of Cups here is a discussion of Pisces, March 11th to the 20th. So pay attention. Pisces that deal with elders that need to go on, or that follow a particular elder on a spiritual journey, going to enlighten themselves, going to tap in. Behind that, it may require you to leave your comfort zone to go on this particular type of journey with an elder. So there may be some elders out here that, in the spiritual systems that, lead the way, lead a Pisces energy and to having to do some self-observing on a isolated or in an isolated situation where it's really about learning. It's really about learning and following your intuition and gaining more knowledge. So let's see what's going on in Mars. So when you're dealing with Mars, you're also dealing with Aries, the first house, right? So let's see what's going on here. Three of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Cups. So here we are in this Mars energy, this Aries energy, this desire to be structured, things of that nature, but you also discussed in the first house, right? And so when you're dealing with this first house, you're dealing with personality, appearance, and temperament. This is something that people may be working on. It may be a group thing that is coming into place. The Queen of Wands here is very passionate, loving, and still has an underlying water element to it. The Eight of Cups is a discussion of a particular Pisces that may have a nice bit of fire in their chart, needing to kind of get together with people that's a little bit more like-minded and creative and energetic and passionate and loving without the confusion. The moment the confusion comes in this area, it would be a temporary walking away or a need to walk away. So there's a having to walk away in a higher frequency, and also a having to walk away in the lower frequency. Okay, so you may be walking away from a particular job, a particular activity, for a little bit, just giving it a break a little bit, right? And even in that, you'll get back to it. There may be some traveling going on also. So let's see what else comes down in this low frequency of Pluto here. All right, so you got this King of Swords energy that comes down. You have the Four of Cups energy that comes down. And you also have this Five of Swords energy. This is a rough energy right here. Now, when you're dealing with the King of Swords, you're dealing with air, fire energy, right? When this energy is in balance, communication is in balance, thought is in balance, actions are in balance. What we see here is this Four of Cups. So, there may be this isolation. It still speaks of isolation, being to yourself, not wanting to be bothered. Sometimes could be a little depressed energy or, a frustrated energy, not realizing that there's more to come, right? This puts this particular energy in this Five of Swords kind of discussion. And this is a rough kind of, conflicted thoughts, feeling some type of way. Sometimes a little bit volatile, especially in the lower vibration. These are the things that have to change. This is a discussion of being out of balance between the air and the fire aspects, making it hard to communicate clearly, making it hard to create, build, things of that nature, causing the isolation and causing conflict in the thoughts. These are the things that have to change. There has to be a transition in that. Now, if you're looking up here, this is something where this King of Swords might need to work with other people, balance out the fire energy, or interact with aspect of themselves that allows them to be creative. It still brings upon this conversation of kind of isolating oneself, right? And in this isolation, you have this cup that sits here with this Queen of Wands. So there's still a loving, warm, potential energy, even though in that it still says one has to go on their own journey for a little while, right? With this conflict, fighting in inner conflicts and outer conflicts, is because there's certain emotional attachments and things that need to be walked away from just for a little while. And when it's done, you'll be back in the complete cycle, the Ten of Cups, back in happiness, back in balance, back in bliss, back building in the family aspect. But it's really just a discussion of taking some time out for oneself. Pisces energies. Pisces, pay attention to your fire principles, the masculine and feminine principles, right? Pay attention to your water principles. There's a lot of water up here, all right? And when we get into this Five of Swords, because it's interesting that it came up, Five of Swords comes up in Aquarius energy, January 20th to the 29th, right? This isolation is necessary, and it's not the end of the end, right? So now we're getting this Mercury, we get into this 11 and 2, 29, brings you to 11 and 2. This is a higher frequency, a spiritual frequency. Tap into your energies. Pay attention to your intuition when it comes to your house of Virgo and your house of Gemini. But anyway, I'm going to throw 2 cards down here right quick and see what is it talking about. Magic and beauty, right? Hey. The 8 of Coins. The 5 of Wands. So the 8 of Coins comes on the side of magic. The 5 of Wands comes on the side of beauty, right? And this is tapping into a higher frequency, a spiritual frequency, intuitive frequency, right? It's saying that beauty is something that's being worked on. It requires consistency and practice and finding your way, this, that, and the third, and there's nothing. So think it, speak it, feel it, know it. Know yourself, know what your concept of beautiful is, and don't let your concept of beautiful be based off of everybody else's, right? But this is the work that's being put in the magic realm, right? It's causing there's a little bit of competition here, right? And it's a little petty. It's a little bit petty. This could be a Pisces, who has the potential to be extremely attractive or is extremely attractive worked very hard on their concept and understanding, whether it's through spirituality or in the physical reality or in the mental reality or in the emotional reality. This is something that somebody has constantly decided to work on and work on and work on and work on until this person has become who they want to be. And now this is competition. This person becomes competition. Sometimes it's friendly, sometimes it's rough, but we're going to look and see what it's about. It could also be a discussion of wanting to work so hard to become so beautiful and so glamorous that everybody want to compete over you, right? So it can be that also. So let's see what else is going on here. Right. The Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. So this is a work that's taking place in reference to energy, vibration, magic, tapping in, understanding manifestation, and how to manifest what you want to become, right? And it will cause some competition, but it will also cause people to see things from a different perspective. It will cause the individual doing the work to see things from a different perspective, not only for themselves, but for who's in competition. Now who desires this individual all of a sudden after all of this work has taken place, right? And that's what has to be kind of thought about. And so there may be a little bit of a stagnation in it when you get to that kind of thought, but it still moves forward regardless of the fact. It will still move forward. So anyway, those who have Pisces dominant in their chart, pay attention to your Mercury energy for today overall. And Pisces who have Mercury dominant, do the same thing, right? All of these energies flow through all charts. So pay good attention. Today, high frequency, building, create instability, action, motion, understanding when to just go on your own path, follow your own light. Sometimes you just have to simply detach from the things that you enjoy to get this particular information and understanding, and there's nothing wrong with that. Working together, being, a good energy, bringing in good warm energy, love energy, creative energy, the desire to want to nurture is always good, and having enough understanding to realize that even with this Queen of Wands, this wand is facing this Eight of Cups. So in this medium frequency, it's either or, right? So this is the one who's in. If this individual is in balance, then they're not manipulating to walk away, but they're respecting to walk away, understanding that one will return. Another, if this is a manipulative energy, because we're in a medium frequency, so you go up or down, right? This is somebody that's manipulating something into walking away and working with other people to get it done. So pay attention to how you flowing in your medium frequency and understand that a person that's supposed to walk away from a situation, they're gonna walk away with it. A walk away without the manipulation is not necessary. The natural current and vibration will allow it. This aggressive energy that creates confusion and a lack of action and unclear thought and isolation and conflicted thoughts and conflicted activities around an individual, causing the over aggression, is the thing that needs to change overall for the day. So if you find yourself in this particular energy right here, then it's time to get together, work together, like-minded, understand the importance, create, build, stay stable, isolate for a little while, especially if you're dealing with a manipulative energy right here in this Queen of Wands, right? Isolate a little bit. It's showing you that at the end of the day. And when you get overly aggressive in a particular situation or something makes you over volatile, it's good to walk away from it and come back when you're a little bit in your happy energy. So you see how it comes on different levels. But anyway, it is me, MBT Sky. This is my daily Pisces read, and smooches and deuces.